In a surprising midnight move on Monday, the federal government struck a deal with transport entrepreneurs despite the fact that the strike in the public transportation sector was technically illegal under laws protecting essential services. So what's this all about? At the heart of the agreement is ride sharing. Yes, the kind where private vehicles pick up passengers just like a taxi. Some provincial governments, including Gandaki, had already introduced regulations allowing this. But now, the federal government has stepped in and asked those provinces to hit pause. The first point in the agreement says, since federal laws on ride sharing are still in the works, the provinces should suspend their own regulations for now. The Ministry of Physical Infrastructure and Transport was told to make this request official through the Office of the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. And that's exactly what happened. The Prime Minister's office has already sent a letter to Gandaki province asking it to suspend its ride-sharing rules. But here's where things get controversial. Legal experts and critics are calling this move unconstitutional. Why? Because the Constitution clearly says that matters like transportation fall under the exclusive authority of the provinces. It's listed right there in Schedule 6 under point 20. In fact, Gandaki province had passed its ride-sharing regulations back in 2019 based on that very authority. So when the federal government stepped in, apparently under pressure from powerful transport lobbies, it overstepped its boundaries. Many are calling it a direct interference in provincial powers, undermining the very principle of federalism and separation of powers. But there's more. The Supreme Court had already told the federal government over a year ago to draft proper laws for the ride-sharing services. That directive came on the 20th of the Nepalese month of Chaitra in 2018. But 14 months later, no law has been passed. Only now, after pressure from transport entrepreneurs, has the government decided to recommend that the Home Ministry finally do something about that court directive. Critics say this is not just a legal issue, it is a sign that the government is once again siding with the old transport syndicates, and there's precedent for that concern. Remember, the Supreme Court had already issued multiple rulings in the Nepalese years 2061, 2067 and 2073 ordering the dismantling of syndicates and cartels in the transport sector. Responding to that, the government officially declared an end to the public transport syndicate system in Boisak of 2075, some 7 years ago. But now, with this latest agreement and the suspension of provincial ride-sharing rules, many believe the government is backpedaling. Under pressure from transport entrepreneurs, it's reopening the door for the very syndicates it once promised to shut down.